In an effort to enhance public safety, the Saint Regis Mohawk Tribe has developed a plan that will increase the number of streetlights throughout Onkwarihwashon'a. Tribal Subchief Agnes Sweets Jacobs explains why the plan is important.
Well, when I first got on council, I felt that we have a responsibility to our community. We're always thinking of the safety, the welfare of the community. So when you look at Onkwarihwashon'a, when you're first coming into the reserve, especially at dusk time, all night, it's very dark. And we have, our community is getting big and we have lots of traffic. So safety reasons is why we need it. And on the other hand too, we also need it for economic development, for tourist attractions, to make it a better route for people to come through and just to see it's safe to travel through here. Because at present there is no lights, there's dark corners here in Onkwarihwashon'a. One of the biggest corners is down the road here at Frogtown. After the big old bingo palace had closed, you can't see anything there, and it's very hard. And talking to the police department and other programs within the community, that was one of the biggest routes that were unsafe. Not to say there's other routes. We have, like right here where we're standing by White Road, there's a daycare down the road. Moms have to bring their kids to daycare early in the morning. You can't see coming out of number 9. When you're turning, it's real dark down Tarbell Road. We have Jock Road. So we have a variety of streets that really need lighting, just for the safety of our community. So presently we have 33 locations that are identified. They were identified through the process of other programs within the tribe, especially the Tribal PD, Planning and Infrastructure. Brent Hearn was very instrumental in doing this.
I was asked by Sweets Agnes Jacobs to get involved with the streetlights through putting it out for public comment, and the initial phase of it was going through the police station and accident reports. The initial location was going to be Frogtown and Cook Road. Then from there, we contacted National Grid to work on a street light agreement with them, and we found that a section of the reservation from like Cook Road to Tarbell Road is technically Town of Bombay, so we have to go through Town of Bombay to request those street lights. And then other locations were based on community input.
We'll begin at one route of the reservation to the other. We have Roosevelt Town going down Racket, Frogtown, White Road, going into the Four Corners in Hogansburg, Tarbell Road, Jock Road, probably Swamp Road, and then we have little side roads on the side also. So in the beginning, the talks with National Grid, they were really upfront about it. That's all I did was call National Grid up. I says, how do we get lights in Onkwarihwashon'a? They got back to me as soon as they almost got my email. The cost to put the lights up on existing poles is free. Now, what you would have to pay for in the end is the cost to run those lights. The other cost that's being involved is if you have a dark corner or a place that you feel that you need a light, and if National Grid has to put a pole in there, that's where it will cost you. And that's over $1,000 if you have to install the pole. It will run you for the whole year. As far as these 33 lights that are going in, it's average about $4,000 per year. There's always funds allocated, especially through probably TGF funds and for instrumental programmings, to help our community be safe. And that's probably where it would come from, would be the TGF, Tribal General Fund.
So I met with National Grid last week and we went through all the intersections on 37, and that's our plan of attack right now. And they're going through design right now because it's got to go through DOT right-of-way process, or not right-of-way process, but approval. So that's where we're at right now. So to request streetlights, it would go through, process would probably go through me, and then we can go through council to add a streetlight to our streetlight district with National Grid. So I would put the request in on behalf of council, get approval from council to add that streetlight to our district with National Grid. I believe it's just keep an open mind, and it's about safety. I know a lot of people are talking about light pollution and etc., and I agree, but at the same time, it's safety for our kids, for people walking. It's all about safety for our residents.